All right, so right now we got a Maybach owner, and for the guys out there who want to be successful, for the people who watching this want to be successful, got some wise words coming from Shay. Okay, how you doing? All right, so first question I want to get into: how did you obtain your wealth?
Well, investments. As a black person, we don't really know too much about investments. People don't teach us that, but invest in all your money. Don't get no savings account or none of that. Invest all your money.
Invest into what? What would you tell the average person to invest into?
That depends on the person because there's so many different types of investments. You get a mutual funds investment, you get long-term investment, short-term investment. So it really just depends on the type of person. So when you do research and you figure out what type of investment works for you, then you could follow that.
Easy. So like stock market, business, like what's all of it?
Yeah, all of that.
You got to combine.
Me personally, I like real estate.
Real estate.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I do stock market sometimes, but I have more so like real estate because the stock market is a lot of risk for me. Some people like it, but there's too much risk for me.
Copy. So how do you handle people like taking your wealth the wrong way, like people who got negative about you making it and stuff like that?
Oh, I deal with that on a daily basis. Honestly, you just gotta ignore it for real.
Easy.
Like, just be like, fuck them niggas. Like,
easy.
Because at the end of the day, you still got what you got, and they still mad about it. So it's whatever.
Okay, so what's the biggest thing somebody could take away from you and the things you want to build for yourself to just keep them going and to actually believe it's true to obtain wealth?
Cat Williams said it the best: be in tune with your star fucking player. If you're not in tune with yourself, you're not gonna know what you want, how you gonna get it, how you getting it. So once you're in tune with yourself, it don't matter if you up, you down. If you down, you're always gonna get back up. Like, it don't matter. So be in tune with yourself.
Copy. All right, I appreciate your time today.
No problem. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
So here is a close-up of the Maybach, and we're just gonna go to the side of the car, front of the car. If this don't motivate you, if this don't say, man, I can do it, I don't know what it is, bro. Okay, so on to the next millionaires. And these videos and these millionaires are to put in perspective of how much it is possible for you to become stupid rich. Okay, so this perspective is on how a wife of a millionaire stuck with him through the process and what the process was like for the husband and what the process was like as a wife, as a millionaire family. So tune in to this perspective.
A lot of tenants.
Yeah, no, cause it's like the house is like really beautiful. I just wanted to ask, like if you could just give me a rundown of what he did and what his like process and journey was like.
Oh, for building the house or
for both?
Work?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not good at it, but it's a family-run business.
Okay.
So he had kind of a foot in the door to begin with.
Okay, and it was like computer?
Oh no, it's just all just, you know, they own a lot of like businesses and they rent from him. So like being with him through that process, how did you say like you see him get through the hard times of just like going through the adversity of trying to be successful? Yeah, it was hard, you know, but he did a really good job just like pushing through, you know, and you know, as you know, like every day is a different obstacle. Yes, you know, but just trying to get through to the next day. The next day. Yeah. So what would you say, like, do you think it's hard to be a woman on the man's side who's going for success and maybe doesn't have as much time to be around the home? It's tough, but you know, like I think everything's got its pros and cons, you know. Yes. But I feel very blessed and fortunate that, you know, we have this life. Yeah. You know, okay, for sure. But kids make it crazy. Yeah. Both gotta take sacrifices though. Yep, absolutely. So that's the realness in it, you know. Thank you for your answer though. Absolutely. I wish I had more. A beautiful home. Thank you so much. He built it, and it took us a very long time. What was that like? That was crazy. That took a lot of years, and you know, but I joke he'll be buried in the backyard. You know, forever. Better. Hey, look. You know what I mean? Yeah. Thank you though. Thank you. As you can see, man, it's possible. Okay, from every decision you make to every person you chill with, everything counts, man. You get 24 hours in a day, and you have to make it count every day. I do these videos to show you a perspective. There is a way. There is a way out. There is a ticket out. You are the ticket. So as soon as you think about giving up, contemplate what that decision of continue to give in will do to your life. So things like, bro, pushing extra at that job. So even when you don't feel like it, you still going to that job.
things like investing into that stock market, things like opening a business for yourself. And if you want to do content, bro, and you want to do the YouTube thing and to open up some extra income source for you, it's almost like impossible to live off YouTube unless you have an extra business on the side. Unless you're pulling enormous amount of views and retention time on your video. You want to make the best videos possible to maximize your income, and you want to have a business on the side that people can generate to while watching your videos. So with that being said, you start to just create ways that you can make a living for yourself, but you putting your energy in all these other places that's keeping you away from your wealth. You trying to please this person, you trying to please the relationship part of your life, you trying to please the wants right now that you want in your life, but you don't necessarily need right now in your life. And you got to come to make these decisions of what is the decision I really need to make. Okay, Shorty in the Maybach didn't just get to the Maybach just by just lounging around and just making some BS decisions. She knew what was going to get her pockets up. She knew the investments was going to be right if she just made the investment. Now she's chilling in a Maybach saying she doesn't care about the haters. And it's like, bro, it's possible, bro, but you got to stop taking these moments for granted and live every day like it's your last. And you'll realize how much farther you can get. But you taking your free time, you taking your comfortability to be able to just be in the world, in the free world, for granted, bro. You need to live every day like it's your last day. You need to live every moment like you need to seize that moment, okay? And you'll see a difference in your reality, man. Like, I want it so bad to where I just don't want to be poor. And you got to say that in your head too and live your life like it, because in this economy, everything is trying to get $1 out of you. As soon as you walk out your house, everything is trying to get $1 out of you. So if you're generating the dollars towards you somehow, by the investments you make, by the business you run, by the decisions you made, by the decisions you are making, by the friends that you are eliminating, by the worthless friendships that you have, you are eliminating, that it's not adding value to your life, you are going to grow. You have to, God. Listen, when you talk to God on this, you have to go. You have to go on this journey. You have to grow. You have to, because you know what? When you start to make these decisions, you put yourself in a place of a new environment where people have to respect it, even if they hate on it. You have to respect it. You respected it. You respect yourself now. And that's the difference between just realizing the truth and making the decisions you got to do every day. It's almost like you become alone. You can't talk about everything no more. You can't talk about all your problems to somebody. You start to realize nobody truly cares until you're of value. You clicked on this video because you read Millionaire. And it's like, you have to do things of value or you'll never be valuable. And once you become valuable, once you're the valuable person giving away all your secrets to someone who doesn't value it, you become unvaluable as well. Because you're around a bunch of people who doesn't see you as value. But the person of value portrays value. Everything about that person portrays value. So before you even get the money, you got to think of who is the man with the money. And you got to picture yourself and look at your life today and say, am I making the decisions of the version I see of myself with the money? And that is how you start to attract the money. That is how you make the imagery true, because everything in this life you see through images, through memories, through decisions. So it's like, if you start to narrow this down, use your time wisely every single day. Okay, I'm going to work on my business from this time of the day to this time of the day. I'm going to put in extra hours at my job from this time of the day, from this time of the day. I'm going to get more sleep so my mind can be more fresh this time of the day, this time of the day. And I'm going to eat more fresh so I can just move better this time of the day, this time of the day. And you have to grow. You put yourself in a place of a foreign feeling if you've never been on this journey to where you have to grow. But the average person, the average man, the average woman can't grow because they're not comfortable in that foreign feeling. They're not comfortable in holding their sexual energy. They're not comfortable with rejection. They're not comfortable with sitting alone. A lot of people I was around talking about they can't sit alone. Why you can't sit alone? Why you can't talk to yourself? These are all successful people traits. You got so many ideas on your mind that you have to get it out every day. That you have to see things come true. You have to do experiments. Because once you start to get on this wave of thinking, you're not just helping yourself. You're literally helping the world. And that's why people of value are so valuable. They help the world. What can you do to help the world? What problem have you set in your head that needs to be addressed to where it is going to solve problems in the world? This video is a millionaire born today. But you gotta have the millionaire mindset before you have the millionaire cash. Okay? Okay? You gotta have the millionaire mindset before you have the cash. Because once you have the millionaire mindset before you have the cash, you have the smooth mindset of everything just comes down to a decision, and I am of value now. Because before people perceive you as value, you got to perceive yourself as valuable. Because they would try to erase you from your identity through the school system. They would try to erase your identity through how they treat you. But you must stand on all business about yourself. Literally, most things you do is a business decision. Real talk. As soon as you step out that house, man. And you got to realize you got to have a good time, but you got to really realize what's worth it. A lot of things not worth it, man. A lot of relationships that you think is valuable in your life right now, it's not really worth it. You know, yeah, you're going to come out of it with a lesson, more wisdom, but when the sign's there, every person out there watching this video needs to know you need to trust your intuition. Your intuition ain't lying to you. The only thing lying to you is when you overthinking it in your head. That's the only time you start to lie. That's the only time you start to lie. When you start to overthink everything in your head to where you're talking yourself out of the truth. That's the only time there is a lie taking place in a man trying to make the right decision, in a woman trying to make the right decision, in a person trying to make something of the situation. Trust your intuition. And it will take you a long way, because a lot of times I thought I was just looking into things too deep, but really I was looking at things the right way. And within the first moment I caught the sign, I was peeping. Whether or not it was body language, whether or not it was something subtle that put me towards the truth, and I got a feeling that this is the answer right here. But at times I overthought it and lied to myself and held myself back on just making an action quicker or doing the right action that needed to be made in a moment right then and there. See, you have to trust your intuition and make the decisions and say, okay, I made that decision, we moving on. And that's when he's born. That's when she's born. That is when the best version of you is born. Because now you're one with yourself. See, when you're not one with yourself, someone else is going to try to control you in this world. Straight facts. Let's get to it. No matter who it is, they're going to use you for whatever they can use you for, because they realize you are not in control of your character. So you got to be able to control yourself and be able to be in these moments and be strong in the pain of the struggle you're going through, and be in the present and navigating where you need to go to get where you need to go. And don't let nobody push over on you, man. Because at the end of the day, you should tell yourself a mission of where you want to be by, whether or not it's by the end of the year, end of the week. And make that your goal and complete it. You need something to work on, or you're going to go crazy in this world. You're not made to just sit around all day. You're meant to move the body. So when you're moving the body, it's wealth being made. You're supposed to move. You're connecting with God just by working on your body, working hard for it, working hard every day, saying you accomplished something, creating something. So you have to take yourself on these journeys and take these tips of trusting your intuition, working on your body, realizing things come down to a simple decision, and the relationships you have in your life. These things is really the most important things in your life, and having a wealthy mindset before you're even wealthy. These are the ways to get rich in your life. But you got to carry yourself as that. You got to be able to say, okay, I'm okay what happened in the last chapter of my life. It's this chapter now. And then that's when you start to just move on and you just row your boat, you 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 row your boat, and you continue to move on in your life. You continue to just grow in your life. And I speak so passionately, so it's like the words is just flowing, because I realize in this life you just have to flow towards the goals you want in your life. So make sure you like, make sure you comment, and make sure you subscribe. I'm holler at you on another one, man. I would really appreciate it.